With trials being this weekend, I wanted to go ahead and make a video talking about the stats and what stats I think you're going to want to invest in to play PvP and everything that's going to go on with that, and show you a build with my hunter that I will be running for trials this weekend. So let's get into it. So here is my hunter. I know I'm dripped out right now. You can admit it. You can tell me in the comments how good my hunter looks right now. But starting with the most popular stat right now, weapons. Now, the weapon stat is something that I think you are going to want to invest in, and is, for me, one of my top two to invest in. You get reload and handling, plus you get damage once you go past, I believe it's 100. So it's very, very good to have for PvP because of the reload and handling you get. However, I think it's falling off for me for another stat that I'll talk about in a little bit. So for number one, number two stats, it's tied between three main stats for me. It's a mixture of these three, and these are the three that I think you're going to want to really play into. And then we'll talk about the other stats to talk about those. Weapons is very popular right now. Like I said, you get the reload and handling bonus and then the damage. Another one that you definitely need to invest in is super. The super stat does matter now. It used to not matter that much because your super was tied to time and every super had a different length of time that you would get it. Now it matters because you have a base time for every super. Everyone has the same base super time, and the super stat will make that quicker, give you less time is what I'm trying to say. So at 100 stat super, you will for sure get your super in a Crucible game. If you're playing, I have played with low super, mid super, and I have not gotten my super. And there are games where I'm slaying out and I won't get my super, and it's simply because my super stat isn't high enough. So definitely try to get 100 super, especially if you're going into trials, because super in trials is important. That well of radiance you're gonna get, the bubble you're gonna get. There's a truck outside right now. I don't know what's going on, but that's gonna matter. Your T crash, all of that is gonna matter. So you're gonna want to get your super quickly. So don't worry about going past 100, because then you're gonna get extra super damage, and that doesn't really matter in PvP. So try to get close to 100 as possible. Now you see here I have 99. Now the difference between 99 and 100 isn't that much. Remember, it's linear now, so every point matters, not tiered. So my 99 stat isn't gonna be too much different from 100 stat. So I'm rocking 99 right now. Now the third stat that I think I'm going to swap for instead of weapons and super, I'm going to do super and health. Now health stat, you may be wondering why. It says here I get health per orb and flinch resistance. Flinch resistance is nice, but why do I need more health? You need more health because past 100 health, you get increased health regen. Now, for me, as somebody who plays, I like to hold W, I like to get in fights, dip in and out of fights. Getting that recovery is very important. And I've noticed that with my playstyle and with just in general with everyone running weapon stat, if you don't get the first peak on somebody, you're going to be low health immediately. And then you have to back up. And if you don't have a high health stat, you're going to be waiting for your health to come back for a while. It's very, very different when you have a high health stat and when you have a low health stat. Now, I've been playing with this build for a while, and it is good. I like it. The higher weapon stat, even though it's not super high, it's fun, but I find myself having to wait for my health to regen a lot, waiting around, and then I get pushed because they know I'm low health, and nobody is really running health right now. So everybody knows, oh, he's low, he's not going to get his health back really quickly. Let me push him and finish him off. And there's some times where I can outplay somebody. Because I know they're coming, but most of the time I am getting cleaned up. So you're going to want to run health. In my opinion, I think I'm going to swap to a super health build and just rely on my gun skill and gunplay for weapons. Now, am I going to try to get as much weapons as possible? Yes, because I want the reload and handling, but The extra damage is nice, but there are other ways of getting extra damage. I can pick up an orb and have a surge on or something like that, and so it's give and take. It's give and take for me, and the way I like to play, I think I'm gonna run health. Now let's talk about these other stats here. You have melee, grenade, and class. Now you see my class is 0, and that's because I feel like I'm running Dragon Shadow, so I'm gonna dodge once to reload my weapons in a crucial fight, and then I'll wait the 40 seconds it's gonna take to get my class ability back. But if you like to run dodge a lot, if you want Titan barricades or a lot of rifts for if you're a warlock, it's going to bring your cooldown really low, and you're gonna get that a lot faster. Same for the other two. If you like to throw a lot of nades, if you like to throw a lot of smokes or melees or anything like that, you want to invest into those stats because they will just bring your cooldown to a minimal cooldown. You'll have it up constantly if you really build into those stats. And then past 100, like I said, you get more damage. For Rift, I'm not sure. For class ability, I haven't looked into getting more. I think you get there it is, enhanced benefit. You get an overshield when you use your class ability. So like for Titans, you don't want over 100 because you can get that if you're running Void. It might be good on Hunters if you're running Worm Husk and you have a class ability that's way the hell up. You could get health back and then an overshield and push again. So that could be a play. Just think about whether or not your playstyle calls for a high melee, a high grenade, or high class stat. Like I said, in general, you're gonna want to run super first because super is important, and then based on your playstyle, weapons or health, because weapons is gonna help you do more outgoing damage, but you're not gonna have a high health stat. So if you get hit and you get low, you're gonna have to back up and wait. And if you have a high health stat and you get hit and you're low, you'll be able to regen quicker than anybody else in the game. So just play with it. This is subject to change. Maybe having a high weapons is like really, really good in trials because you're taking a lot of 1v1s or something. Maybe health is the way to go. You fight your one, you back up, get your health back, and you're ready for the next fight. Especially since I'm not running Worm Husk on my Hunter for that health bump. I'm running Dragon Shadow. So, like I said, I'm running Dragon Shadow. I don't really need weapons. It's been really nice, but I'm going to probably change this build in particular to go towards more health and super. But that's really what I think the stats you're going to want to use is. Now, let's go into this build. So, like I said, I'm running Dragon Shadow because it got a nice little buff and change to it. It says your weapons ready quicker and are more stable. Dodging temporarily increases this benefit, reloads your equipped weapons from reserves, and grants improved movement speed and increases your class ability stat. So even though my class ability stat is 0, when I dodge, it'll get a little bump. So that 42 seconds might not be 42 seconds. It might be something more like 35, I'm running the new comp hand cannon. One, because I like it. I've been playing with it all week. As you see, I have 9 defeats. I've been trying to get used to the recoil pattern. I had a different roll before I got this one, but I am trying to get used to this one because it has lone wolf opening shot, and I feel like in trials you're by yourself a lot more than you are in 6s, and then opening shot is just good. So new hand cannon, plus I get frost armor from the artifact if I get headshots, so that's just an extra bonus. I get a little damage resistance. Pure Recollection is from Crucible. It's a burst shotgun. I don't recommend this if you cannot hit headshots. It's a slug burst, so you need to hit a headshot to get that one shot to kill. The reason I use this one in particular is, one, because I'm fucking crazy and I just like burst stuff, like the burst hand cannons, stuff like that. I enjoy those. 2, I don't have a good energy shotgun. So this is my best energy shotgun that I have that feels good. So I've been using this one and I really like it. I gotten used to it. So I'm not going to change it now. If I get a Kepler shotgun in the meantime before that has a decent roll, I'm probably going to switch to that one. But this one is really fun. If you miss that first headshot and you're able to get on target quick enough for the second, which has happened a lot for me, uh, you can still get that headshot kill. Both bullets will one tap. So it's really good. I really like it. It's fun. And then I have this grenade launcher simply because I just never have a good PvP heavy. I've never had one. So I have this one because it's a new weapon, and I want to take advantage of the artifact bonus damage for everything. As you can see, everything on my loadout is a new gear, so I can take advantage of this damage bonus and resistance here. And I don't know if Bungie would lock trials behind new gear. I don't think they will, but I just did it just in case. So that's why Dragon Shadows is featured, so I can use it. And then here we're looking at Night Stalker. I want to run Night Stalker just because I love Void, and I run suppression nades to combat supers in case somebody is going off and getting their super really quickly. But now that it's all the same, I'm probably gonna switch off of my suppress nade and probably run something else. Scatter, probably running Spectral Blades again because I want to get my super and get those kills. However, you could run Deadfall or even Quiver to combat other supers. You have a high super stat, like I said. You're probably going to be getting your super around the same time as other people. They pop it, you pop yours, and then you suppress them. You're good. Next, we're running Instability, Vigilance, Starvation, and Leeching. Now, Starvation is important for me because... no, not Starvation. Which one is it? This one, Vigilance. Defeating a target while your shields are depleted grants you a temporary void overshield. Now this is really, really good for me, especially with this build because I had a low health stat. So I was doing, when I got in those fights and I got the kill, I got an overshield so I could get out and regen. And now that I'm going to have a high health stat, when I get that kill, I will get not only an overshield, but my regen will be quicker. So it kind of works well. This is what I'm going to be running. I've been playing with it all week. I've been liking it. Drip goes crazy. I'm just going to swap my weapon stat for more health. As you can see here, I have everything super or weapon mod. I wanted my super really, really high. I have all gunner armor or paragon to give me high weapons. So I'm probably going to swap this out for some high health super, something like that. And honestly, because since I'm running a Void, I'm probably gonna get more armor just like this one. Super, melee, health. Why? Because I'm gonna smoke everybody out. I'm gonna have a high super, high health, melee, and I'm just gonna smoke people out. So it depends on what you want to do, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you're gonna be running. What stats are you running? What stats are you prioritizing? What gear are you using? Is there a mix of new gear that you're wanting to run for trials? What have you been playing with? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, drop a sub, and I'll catch you in the next one.